Thanks, guys. Yeah, difficult season for them, but cannot believe we're already at the Big Ten tournament for the men's basketball season. That season completely flew by. But Zach, you're keeping yourself busy. Baseball season started.
Yeah, no, we're just 2 weekends in now, 5-1, a pretty good start, one of the best starts since 2006. So it's been successful so far.
Yeah, let's go back to basketball, though. I want to start it off. Thoughts on just the season so far? Not the season how most people thought it was going to go, especially me. They really just were inconsistent, could not seem to find the rhythm on the court, whether it was lineups or injuries. They only had 2 games this season with the full roster.
Well, I fell victim personally, too, of blowing them up, thinking it was going to be better than what it was. We did a couple of those games on TV in the beginning of the year, and I thought they had all the talent, all the pieces to be able to make a real run this year, but yet really things just didn't fall into place, and it's hard to pick out one thing here or there. I mean, defense is obviously a huge thing throughout those couple of games, but yet they got to find consistent scorers as well, and they just got to get more connected, I think, is one of the big things. They're just out there sometimes all over, and obviously this is one of those seasons that you put behind you and hopefully learn from.
Well, although this season had its downs, one of their ups happened Sunday night for Iowa. Not only because they got a win during their last game of the regular season, but also because of the selflessness of sophomore guard Jordan Bohannon. Bohannon was just 1 free throw from breaking Iowa's most consecutive free throws made record, but decided to miss to make sure that the record stayed in the late Chris Street's name. Chris Street was killed in a car crash in January of 1993, and his legacy lives on through Hawkeye basketball. Bohannon has gotten especially close with Street's parents, and after talking it over with his own family, Bohannon decided this record was not his to have. This story went national and has proven that basketball is more than just a game. Here's what Bohannon and his teammates had to say on the special night.
It was awesome. Seeing on SportsCenter and seeing on Bleacher Report, it was incredible, and it should be recognized like that because, that's what it deserves. That's what he deserves, to make a move like that, and for the record he tied, and obviously the memory, Chris Street, it deserves that type of attention.
My phone dings seems like every 15 seconds. Somebody now there's still people who just saw it for the first time. What is an unbelievable thing. So I'm really proud of him.
I didn't, honestly, like I was telling them, I was just doing what was right to me. I didn't think much of it at the time. I didn't think it was going to take off as much as it did, but I'm honestly glad it did because it deserves to be known that obviously that the record deserves to stay in his name, like I said to you guys last night, and just keep honoring him and paying tribute to him that way. It just keeps remembering his name and the impact he had at this university, which is pretty cool.
That was just incredible to watch, and I have nothing but respect for Jordan Bohannon. It takes not only a special player to do what he did, but just a special person, and to see him go up and hug Chris Street's parents after the game, I mean, that's what it's all about.
No, absolutely. It takes a lot of guts, too, and an 8-point game to miss that one, but yet congrats to Jordan, and obviously that has gone national here in a week where things haven't been that good for the sport of basketball. It's one of the good stories.
Well, moving on to the tournament, Iowa's going to have to win 5 straight games if they want that Big Ten title. But what the guys and coach preached yesterday is, well, you have to win the first one in order to win all 5. And their first game is against Illinois, the 13th seeded Fighting Illini, sitting at 14-17 overall with the record of 4-14 in the Big Ten. They have got 2 really solid players who are both averaging double digits with Trent Frazier and LaRon Black. Iowa did win this game in overtime this season. Do you think they can do it again?
Well, I think coming into this is not a very good matchup for Iowa. If you look at who they could have played in the bottom half of the bracket, Iowa, Illinois is not that good of a matchup, but the way that Illinois plays, they're up-tempo, they're quick, just like Iowa. 104 points is what it took to win this game. It took overtime, but it was one of the biggest comebacks in Iowa basketball history. So this time, I don't see it getting as high as that. It's probably going to be a little bit more of a defensive battle and should be a little bit closer, but it's going to be hands full there for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, here's what Bohannon and Coach McCaffrey had to say on taking on U of I.
They're going to be really aggressive. They're a really hard-working defensive team, and it's going to be tough for us to get some open shots against them with their pressure. So we just have to take care of the ball, limit our turnovers, and that's going to be hopefully enough for us to get to the second round.
They have a lot of depth as it is. Very athletic, very quick. Obviously play a unique style defensively that they've had great success with over the years. Brad just instituted it there, and it's really been problematic for some teams. Black's playing extremely well. He's averaging 22 a game for the last 5. Frazier, he's really killing it from 3. When we played him the last time, he was doing more off the dribble. He's a freshman. He made 7 against us. He'd made 17 in 18 games, and then he made 7 in our game. He's terrific freshman. I'm really impressed with him.
All right, so let's take a look at that Big Ten bracket. So if Iowa wins this game, they will then go on to play Michigan, and if they can get past the number 5 team, they will then take on Nebraska. So what are your thoughts on Iowa's future in this tournament?
Well, you're going to have to win a lot of games and do so in a row. I mean, there's a big power to have to be able to run through, but yet you're going to play more than anybody else, so you better be ready to go. And if you want to, you're going to have to play day in, day out, and play your best basketball right now.
All right, well, that is it for us from the sports studio. Come back tomorrow for this version, but for the women's basketball Big Ten tournament. Guys, back over to you.